akwenhia bia hia na ye nke Urade Nyankopon.
Amen. Aluta continua.
Victoria Aseta.
You are my brother.
For life.
For life.
Yes.
That is saying.
Cardinal.
Sirwenya.
Me nananom say Sirwenya. Ye tinkwamu ni e wadi nyina anti. Ye da otwedi ampo ase. Se wama ene so yaka divine selection no ho. Ye bompa ye say de ebra be wo he be osompa. Ama o mai.
Okay.
Na she onu nyame din anuonyam.
Amen. Edamase mama kwa abanso so. Edamase pa se monya ho adaje. Angu ba na kwa muti sen.
Oh, Nyankopon adum ti de mamu ken yala. Mamu din kampo minchia ma wa fazi Dr. James Atulinzi, Executive Chairman JL Properties, the leading estate developer in Ghana. And I welcome you from Holland. Okoga lectures work and is imparting his knowledge and experience to Ghanaians foreign in the local. And the Atukundia, you are welcome home. Afisha Paso. Mimi the year guafu. Yanyi Honorable Miracle Duka, yanyi busy afi uwe. Because he's yala yakanga na ministers are okao. And the mo akwabe azana captain on the bridge amo akwabe.
O mana kwa bakwada ho.
Correct. It's akwawa. Yeah.
Ara uduga. I don't know because you see. Man come up.
Why? Man cracher. I'm a bear, so most of me who may waje. Okay. Menuaje, intina. Okay. Maje do hum. Na fetu so okay, the fetu yai feta. Inti yina yes better more.
Nana again.
Nyametiase. Nyametiase. Weda mo se anopese monye ehun adaje na ebedi Ghana ehun enkomo. Na no pay table no so a ensemo a egu election 2024 ene honsem na 94 days sir 94 days to the D-Day hala minority say voters register na ho no enye papa enti yenkofa private firm na omeye forensic audit of the voter register and sign yet me at the atwaba enra former minority leader Haruna Idrisu eso kan parliament say yemfre offense Mamajan Mensa no mra parliament omeyi nsembia no omo BVD the state and the health of the BVD na isi fosika sem ene nsembia keka ho omra parliament na omechechiri ene ensamba fefa isi voters register ne ade ho metie mwadwen wa ha yakoba any other matters so ha anopay what has accounted for government's failure to tackle galamsey minority demand removal of miaminia madam for me bra otimanim ha George Mrekuduka the sector minister Samuel Abujinapo and honorable one day was second deputy
Nana Konadu.
Okay.
Even Nana Akwesi Kunadu.
Yes, MP
for
Menjianov. As Mummy in Monko, Monyadi, Monamu minister. Monko, Monko, Monamonyadi, as Monyadi cry. Eti Uncle Lotewaha,
BB Jujuanewa,
sir,
BB Jujuan,
and Dr. James Quabrabon for Junior, Ewaha, and Afi, Sam 700. Doctor Honorable George Rekuduka Sam 700
and I'll pay if you 500 they do 700
them say now no me catch will say 500 towards election 2020 and as you see 2024 and beyond still MP and you know you have Sam 700
Dr. Kwabena Bonfe
Doc is my brother.
Ejutuma.
Oh. He has
Dr. Kwabena Bonfe.
Kabila look at Kata Hote.
mete na mete so obo medin mante asem ko a
eh dey nko ana na wo hwe wo phone so
he was spiritually attached.
Sure.
Minister
we were sounding biblical and you were also spiritually attached.
I see.
Make the biblically attached.
Ni nyina mu no de hia ne se ye be ma nyame esuro nipa ho do ene oman tu ho ache ebedi emu entini eno na ye de be chichiri man na ye. Without that we can do nothing.
Anyway, yen sha se mon komoi na other we do round 2 and me no unfinished business bi nti e beka ho asem.
Okay.
You do round 2 no na ya kan no ho asem.
Nti round 2 ni ya kan yes de no ho asem wa. Ya kan mining ho asem.
E beka mining.
Na mo nsem pi kan timpocho.
Mining no.
Mining nti ya na ma. Ama member kakra.
Nti e be depend time am be we round 1.
Register one ko edit na 1 year is on.
Okay.
Send this phone wara.
Kabila.
The cardinal.
Yes, doc. Mpesa me ni ufri ase. Electoral Commission, Minority, Voters Register, Exhibition, Bloated Register, ehun sensem.
Cardinal.
Dr. Kabila.
O de mental you say na sankomo wi. Empendu do sign na. Meme ne wonko aye di sankomo wi. Enye Kokrokoo nko a platform so. Nye de waya me na me ni ho. Bi on ma ya na wo ye na ma send text. Bi ogra mi ntie na che makotie. Wo wo na watena dwom enye ye nua pani kwame. Ba wo na ya okesi the cardinal.
Menkai na do.
Onkai se wuntumi nkai ne dodo ana se onkai se asema me ke ya ti pay.
Tio ubi sa me se empra he. Ne dodo ne de menkai. Mentimi nkai se makana 3 times and edoso maka
woni ndie ntia me bisa sa no
pacho da bi
cardinal me share with me conclusion say bre aye womi ene ewiase aye womi ene oman Ghana aye womi obi biara ntumi wia ba mu aye nche no. It's just not possible. Easy enye kuwa onyam from so ana ontumi nyam from so. In fact, ya wadansidie a ebia kopie wa asandi bia a Electoral Commission watumi ayam from so. Nyame adom. Yetene no. And in this case, it is the case of Rebecca Adote, 1997 to 2001 January 6 Parliament. I know Gina NDC aman yoko dimu, ewa ya waso west were gone. And na ya chichem, mini apeni as a camo, me chana no pay. When the error was made, Nyamiadum eche yedie. Satam ne yenyen ba biometric. Ni yenya mra no se atintim te se de na yewe. Sabre no cardinal na electoral friends media houses are mu monitor Electoral Commission and adwumadie num ne ade na endorse te se de na atie. O program a wo ne chairman general na mo ye decision time. And I am my friends say.
And one decision time.
At least you call elections provisionally. And the Miana Metese will be William, Yabe near Diana Busam say, who what Genesis will pay William Munti? Why, yeah, me papa Kufon a His Excellency J. Kufor, or say KJ to bottom, or what does it Chepe or Bokronunti? Oh, Banas, what dress here? Officer also to bottom to say on one. Is that the reason? Otherwise, Cardinal, me mentias here. Your friend Adebi CI 91. And then a bot a dintro and mobile. Yeah, amende ne franki to be with CI 126 ɛno no deɛ ɛyɛ ne sɛ nipa a wɔn ti gyina mu ɛma obi ɛkɔto yɛtwerɛ obi din no ɛna ɛma so sɛ ɔgyina from nipa 5 no wotumi gyina mu ma nipa edu anaasɛ nipa 10 nti essentially the same mmara no sɛ yɛwɔ adeɛ a yɛfrɛ no provisional register the cardinal regulation 22 I think and 23 provisional register any register as we speak you need register yɛde kwakoto aba but onim sa
minim sa
enti omo claim say the register is requires forensic audit no dia register no mo kan wasem ananye bia sebi it's done out of mischief or ignorance cheze nim na ye nim anase boapayo ene epese edidi bone dent na ma make kasa isi trodin no edi ahodo a wotroye wo mo ayese na afi no modi mfie du wotwe Ghana fo adi buru mfie du wotwe a enkan wo mo ntromudin no yese ye ma ho kwan ama mo nyina tromudin omudin baka edi ana e wo hoda no ntino na register no ani adane yese mo ayatromudin pen ene mo ayatromudin foforo obi ankonkotwe ne din e wa abatuo din tromuma afi ne ye betro no mu no se anya bia sede wo mo kan no sa na ti ana 2020 bra wo tro udin no enfie dodo na wo si wadi no eno na wo so wo tro udin na enfie dodo wo si wadi no eno na wo so ba bia wo ka se ye tro udin no eho na ye de wato ana afi so sa wo ye ba wo ye bemma sa pepepe police station a wo ka se wo beto aba wo no sa na okoye enu wia se asembisa mentimi wansi bi wo mu a yesiesie no ho de to so bio se me wa fa si Pretty Joyce ena yakotro ni di working tampo north na ye nim se Pretty Joyce ono ni di Pretty Joyce crime se ofri Nigeria eni se nkan di ba di ntrongo ma no so enso oye me wa fa si nti ye de ahunahuna ama yakotro ni di ye friend saying honorable Mrekuduka betuma ba be ka se Pretty Joyce minim se onye Ghana ni papa ena kwabra bonfe na ede ne wo fa asesem ama yedi ni dia behwem nti ye nyini di mfi mu ye wa adjudicating committee district composition no district police commander to be district NCC boss what to be district director of education almost the known persons with offices ena wo mo tisa committee no so wo ma ko do so mu say adanse wo mu na eyampa na yeyi say nyampa ya tuagu eyampa so a yeyi nipa ne din edi afi mu cardinal de ye friend provisional register eye no no enti said de ti bia no de enti aye sa de ne say wo mo research no wo mo ade bia mo kan say assumption the assumption is that and I say susuye wom ni say ye no e bia mfomso bi bai enti ye de sa kwan yi fa so e de asiesie na cardinal me say brande ye hwe mfomso e wadie mu na obeka mfomso obehu mfomso e wadie no mu a ye de na ode bo mi kwadu
se na nkeni se o ye mfomso
dabi minim sa mi nya mfomso a enka ma nya nsusuye se ye nko siesie mfomso e
se me ma dwene mu no wo no obro mfomso so nteni se o ye mfomso
dabi na se nya me nkwa na me ye ade na me ye no wo no a wo ba ye na wo de ensembre me se me ntro no onsem no wom ena wo mo amedi wo mo di sa adwuma no enye wo nyina na wo makachi eye adwuma ebi no wo no mo a sabi britia mu na efa wo mo your friend temporary staff enti adwuma no kra wo mo enkwadere mu ti se de me ye no enti enfomso betimi aba me nsusu ye no enu ti na ma to nsa afro enti wo adwena ya ye wo se me ntumi nya mfomso no wo mo na wo ya mfomso to be under the false assumption that the provisional register was to be without error or without fault is your error. Now wo wa ya mfomso no wo gina wo mfomso no so e ka se sebi ya yenkoye I forensic audit na de wo ya wo hu ye no forensic audit be na chan ye no emprepreneur me no kase Cardinal Ghana Web a report to say na me nsɛntɛm nie we cry the 1st September no more report to I want to believe say esi fiada no anase yawada. The deputy chairman of operations of Electoral Commission EC Samuel Tete has disclosed that the Pusiga district director of the commission has been suspended over the recent illegal transfers of voters without their notice. And Kana, I want to put this on record. Say ya dia say me di ye free register no mu a na obeka say obi epese odi obi shebre esuma no. Ya hu say din na free baabi na akọ baabi. Mpacho ya anya provisional register no and display a enka obi be hu. So obi pese odi e hu ntawa obeka say san be hwehwe mu. Obi pese odi e siewa enka o ma register no. Adena ye yama sebi ayese yankwa na ewo kwan say ye kasafa bibi ho. And I want to make this point. Pusiga area on one MP for the area.
NDC MP.
Pusiga mean kind but
Ladi.
Medas. Bacho. Enti easy now or declare no as MP no. Wanye ni ye. Yemfa no sawo. Omo assumption no na me di ye adwuma o. Enti declare no say oye MP or the parliament nero. Eyem from so. Sometimes politicians binom enye ye nyina politicians binom eya wo mo ma sabi wo mo kasa ene nyansa ntem eware pa. Wouldn't dentia?
Mentias yembo.
Oh, on dia here.
The two be kasa ni bema eden o se kasa nden.
Ya omo kasa ne nyansa ntem ware.
No na mentias ye no.
Me nim de wa me si aka no foforo bio.
Me kasa ka no foforo me bekra mbuto obeka bio.
Me professor Abahan manoma o ma ye hu nchirimu.
Me kasa chirimu me pesa obeka ntina me ye o
2020 ye to aba no. Dodo sen ena na mrahye badwafie wo mo ejina NDC ahyenso de so no mo ye dodo sen wo ha ene aduasa enso meboa na sa wo ha aduasa enso no eno de yisi na dwuma o ye so from so bia ni ho ento e fa bi de wo ha ene aduasa enso no eno de from so bi wo ho
da be sam from so na nya ba na ya to atwam de ba na from so be ho
o da bi na se konkomo mu di o mu di chance free ho
honorable ladi ayamba ali ayamba
o ya pa amanyoko be di mu no gina ye
mba chandisi
eti no mu de just me na mentiasi o I find it difficult to accept certain things ebi so amena menye papa Cardinal Masima meka de abo asemi tofa obia ni din wo abatro enwoma no mu a eni se ni din wo mu no provisional register ye se ye nyi din film obia ye mfomso e di mfi a oniye ekohye ni din ano ye provisional register se ye nsiesie obia sabi onye Ghana ni na ye mra no kire se eni se nka ni din ba di ntro nwoma no mu na ni din aba mu no ye se ye mmo sa nipa no ye nyi ni din film de toso miensa a de toso 9 eno ene trimpo pa ye de yes our provincial exhibition no register exhibition no ene say register ye de bekwa akoto aba no ehun beti
on beti chima
dabi ehun beti it is ehun beti crojin
okay
ehun beti fita se abubro ankeka wa kitwa bia ni no anything ye exhibition of the provisional register. Mesre say yenka hunu se ye toto abato komisa nasia ye kabi maminka bi na nkasa ene ye toto nase enti se yɛn mfomsodie bi wɔ mu a yɛn ka no bɔkɔ na yɛn siesie yɛka yɛn nanka electoral commission say ma nyɛ mfomso bia anase mfomso bia ma register no a ɛne wo se opɛ so di bibisie we die sɛ swafo a wɔda pusiga no hɔ mo a mo detect illegal transfers anase nkrofo an ka sɛ yɛnyi omu din free baabi fanko baabi yɛyi omu din no yɛse yɛtuna sensan kɔpem sɛ yɛbɛhwehwɛ ne nsɛm mu ehunu sɛ ɛnyɛ boapayɔ ɛna ɔde yɛ saa deɛ no ɛdeɛ bɛn bio na yɛhu pusiga nko a wo say out of 276 constituencies ɛnɛ yɛmfa pusiga nko anyɛ ayi basis ne yɛnka sɛ deɛ aka 275 ne nyinaa no illegal transfers akɔso wɔ na yɛdɛ na mo detect no menka mama sɛ mo ware no cardinal electoral commission mesre wɔ mo we mama yɛhu sɛ moatwe obi aso momma moani ɛnkɔ ho paa na final register mo de bɛba no ɛnyɛ deɛ ɛho bɛte na wɔn mo a ɛsoso daeɛ sɛ yɛde soboɔ bɔne bɛbɔ mo no wɔn anim nwu ase ma wie
medase Dr. James Kwabrabonfe Jr. medase papa anglo de Uncle Electoral Commission
Mr. There your period of yebe dede
I know as anything
Jawan is getting close to elections in Nzembi wa obey we bufu ebi wa obofuno ebi wa obamasro ebi wa obema yedede akasa ti dem a Dr. Kabila wa kase wajiji mpakasa when you are not sure of your victory that's where you start from
na yana musumo kasa ya na ngwanwa kakra o kire se ade electoral commission no
electoral commission is I don't know that institution is depending upon where you are coming from a position electoral commission papa power electoral commission ye ba but here elections one more yasum kakra 2004 and then 2005 election over Rojometi Nunu 2004 no elections in
yeah
that was a court
they tried no one
but were you into details like what happened in 2013
yeah
until 2013 should be a guideline for political parties as well as the electoral commission. But sometimes when you narrow your gun at the commissioner, not the commissioner more victory, and you did it. Once commissioning another government, I elect Nimpe Infun, not they will be biased towards you. But Zebi Davraje, Yankupon Jesus Christ brought to Abba, for heaven, or was for us, and when the council of when the sons of God meets, a decision is taken, and a decision and if it's a kakadam, if it's a makadam, makadam, then God decides that both you can or correct, and if I could fika kashe now commission for one prophesy falsely on your dominance Dr. Kabila on your dominance
yeah them
and see at the end of the day God decide who should be what
God has a final say
even when the sons of God meet in heaven Yankupon is democratic
yeah
of right now but the archangels or the cherubim and the seraphic angels when you are where we are a decision is taken and it is God who takes that decision and not man But at least 24 in 2013 in 2020 court issues in here should be a guide. And see, beside there, the register it has not been affirmed as the register has got to about. That is why exhibition. Obia ngore the nizinu woman a period of time for transfers. Transfer even was a pusiga easy why illegal transfer. To them and I don't know whether he was the same person in 2020 or declare Ladi Ayamba there only MP for that area. If he is the one,
you see,
I'm coming.
Remember, the district director is not the one who declares.
It is the returning officer. It is the returning officer. Yes. I agreed. But then the returning officer is under the managerial of the district director.
Yes, but not when it is when
it is election time, he declares.
Yes.
Well, in every district you might have one or two returning officers. Kwame, Nana, the issue is that illegal transfer and Oyaneden is the same thing Ejumaku constituency. Also, NDC for what's it there? Why illegal transfer of about 3,000 plus people? The accusations is sometimes talk is cheap, talk is easier, but sometimes there are certain statements that are true. And see, in reaction to maybe an illegal transfer, and I don't know who notified the EC headquarters there, Pusiga at the why illegal transfer. Is there no at the monitoring machine? So why registration or to them ora Sibuku Kubakache Bibia Obebia, it is recorded at the data room. And the illegal transfer no info no obey. Why exhibitions in a way? Exhibitions also why there were party reps at the various exhibition centers.
Who were not supposed to be there, but the EC allowed them.
That's what I was coming to say. Allowed.
By law, they were not supposed to be there.
But Niyan Okuyin was a 1 year forensic audit. One for my private as I don't know. I don't know the fear of the unknown. I don't know the say 2012 elections. No court case no about 2013. 2020 elections. No case over 2021 and say onu na fi orupu ngofo o man ngofo ntase nti we always point an accusing finger at the electoral commissioner. For me, I don't know, but what I know is there, once you have agents at the polling stations, at the registration centers, how come illegal transfer? How do you know that these transfers are illegal? When your own agent was sitting down there, was the registration bloated? Then let us know. The NDC also needs to come out to tell us that, look, the register we're bloating. Now the most messy, he wired them. Then we can sit down and analyze it. And then point an accusing finger. But if for me sake there and senior maybe asking there should be forensic auditor.
At whose cost?
As somebody there, one from government private. I don't know where our electoral process is ending us. There, it's all clouded with suspicion. There you in, oh yeah, man, you know. Because when you have an army of unemployed, not you too, an army of unemployed, na any false news of from Kitibia, those Baban on yet, and it will affect all of us, and nobody in this country. So trouble BC, nobody will run away. Obia in your own Daniel get a grant, and then there a engineer among to the streets to do the unthinkable. Ne awa keshechi now for when we go there. This country belongs to all of us. Until you say, forensic audit, then many people that there was a private company. Say, there a state institution be go illegally. Then you can say, let's give you to KPMG. There one film, but not here. Period when it is getting close to elections. Just some few months, few weeks to elections. Now you better share the money. I say it won't go well for us. My advice is one police agency, one registration assistance now. Kokrokoo registration centers. Call them, sit them down, and find out if it is true. You have a case, the courts are there. And see, a party cannot demand for a forensic audit. It is only when you pass through the law. And the law courts are there. Nana, Masam Kakrayin.
Mate, medase pa. Anope, me papa Bako. I a friend of software John Ousu. I tafro Sophoketwa. Suffer to our techima and no pay unu tima mo boy you mean I am a matching. Damase pass a mosumunya Kokrokoo and wadaji. Yababa techima best why. One day, one day, na yes, papa when you are over here, I am mini team. Why is your babes now be what it? Tis off get to I don't pay more action no for Elijah and Mamunya action. Ya won't share with your phone in your mind. Arabuduka
Nana,
Papa.
I no pay. I mean, find Chiakase, Mawetefo. Na Jizzy there, when you share with you, do watch a crack with an answer. Na answer na more common some don't minchi am constituency for or ye takwan swayim constituency. Na mpanyinfo bi so say man academy chia ho na when you arrange mo ho Sunday wopewasem. The former director of education our Western region. Okay. Yeah, Mammy Felicia, okay.
Hey, Felicia, JB, okay. Mamma, no. Auntie Philly.
Also, Mincha one payment.
Oh, correct, pa.
And Thomas, and a brand to cry over Holland. Also, and pay one quiduma. I won't see or retail Mike Masumicha, and
Mike Asipa.
Na mo koma sam do no adam ba ha as assembly to menyim na asam no mi fi akwa no nkofo frefrem de na unua kakraba ne park ya oza to wenyimi me ha den na ya boa no Sunday ma ofudua pa no wopian na nukrom ho wonyi park na mbranti so watan no do na so na adwuma oye ehwe park ya enye azo betuma nya no ho akaze nti izi megina we free kase do
na menu aye deputy minister
enne nso mankraba onso oze na no tumbi oboko echi na yehwe na yambo amehame na one park wonye megizi de unua no bai efrido the last time no one case mboni biara
mpacho debi
one case mboni biara
debi ono nimse no odi for 20 mi ameka
aha nti mehame omani nyina wadan peace fm na Ghana fo there was a strategy kase mambrante de ubenya park
ne keke ne yesrem park ne keke
let's say I mean that's right
on the dynamic catcher o say menua pani odi asempa Kwame Ware o happy fm o ma mega bi number say guy no why park bi osuhum na efe pa ti me nkɔhwɛ ampa so me kɔhwɛ ɛna me ma no call me ha me akwa estimate ni nyina de aba honorable na scan dey say na kan enye journalist ahode
at all
at all me answer Kwame despite
director ebe kwaji bi wona ho
na Dr. Sapon so
doctor NS for Sapon
na Legon adi me phone the Legonite
executive for
me phone the Legonite
okay
obotum bra contribution ka parking bo conduce ya
ejizi de nana ya mesro de yerbopona minutes enumpe gbewe free tum na biara kakrebe bia obenyaza aboboa no onfa mboboa on pe na mepe de yeye nyaze bo na yehwe yakade obi nso so obotum wa ye na yezinizina atodo no
kameda na sepa
ebe na yezinizina atodo it's easy it's ukrumpam nti mesre de Ghana fu nyina wo ite hen na ya okese na de seze nyi de na modern nyu ado nyi de obohwe mama hame mbrante wetum we groom talent da achi bi wonso botum abosom Black Stars
me da se nyame nhira pa honorable nyame nhira
minyim de amanfo wo team was be yedwuma na asama anope the publisher was about to go ame okama nkote a na nka ya mbodumpo sande asem no ekenkana ehu de hu hia na kra na mpo no asem na work kan wanka asem biara se press conference wo ye no wo edwumako wana no ye oye MP for edwumako enya ne siam
okay
se ekan content na virtually he said nothing and on the floor of the house also one cousin biara na yera haruna ono try den koreka bibi na asem poreka no supo no are not real enyima asem oreka o say biometric devices na yezebo to aba no yenhwe de ne battery o ye adwuma ne yenhwe de battery na ye procure no say o ye 5000 you procure by 25,000 instead of 5,000 now. Easy request battery so. Yada see I can register and that is I mean if you read as some okay batteries biometric machines one some na biometric machines one some noreka. In reality no he said nothing about the register. Na say ehwe Morocco dia
all the kabila na no
ehwe Morocco dia
on the preview about my information no
ya go so na
in America there asam na mpo na nko hia there ya be discuss I mean a waste of time and energy because say Erika actually commission now he chose his words carefully or catch a speaker that he may not just some who here until he may invite the EC. One day the speaker must also he may because now him that some cano who here for subiara you do now independent auditor yere no and our request no them independent no them nipa no to aba na Ghana ne wana no independent no na nipa no onto aba oya mpen pi ya Ghana for your complain oh na be for Russia now connected wo China for was the technology biaba and that nobody must interfere in our elections. That is what we say. See I make a kakwe jame pede nkofu po sabi wo free Togo no baba ye yan register my hen and would that be credible all over the world? Ibiara bebiara ba kobia no a gateway to Africa in terms of our democratic dispensation. Ghana is the beacon of hope for all these countries. They look up to us in terms of our delivery. Now, mame hunyi de se eroko nsohwe na se prepare ya na wara nsohwe na hu de tan eketa na fi chechire yompema sam na fi school down na mpo na ya no ma yedede dodo. You try to bring up excuses, flimsy excuses. Na ma yeri kan wa hey, they are preparing the grounds. They say warrior. Therefore no, then they have some basis to stand on. The abaye koto no we. That is what they are doing. On a planting, ayaza welcome meeting. Let's start to accuse the EC. Jizido, you're very unfortunate, and we must watch them carefully because we have nowhere to go. As Uncle Alotekei, we have nowhere to go as Ghanaians. Mostly Liberia, or do oye fesusun zemayen. Mostly Rwanda, or do oye fesusun zemayen. Yanhina no heyara. Côte d'Ivoire or edo ye fesu su keseze mayen ame men kasa ma easy ma so so me candidate Morocco contest jizi de bibiara yare ye bia no or de mu da ho fine onyi de oye ntokwa wherever sabi election ayer kono oye processes onye da kro na ye kwakoto ana easy all of a sudden no be provide a register there is a register and go and use the register to vote. Onye na ko processes ni mu registration period go and write your name. Ewia wa tro wuzi na ewie no wa sana mombe kohwe da wuzi na tro no ono so woma. Say ekono onyima there is also a process to re-enter it.
Exactly.
Ekono onyima there is a process to re-enter your name. Nipa hin wo Ghana ha during the exhibition no wokoya wokohwe wodina na onyim waba complain enti secretary na obantwea na if you want to be relevant and in so doing let me organize a press conference. I don't think you doing something to improve the betterment of our electoral system in this country. Enti mesre de dam samsamia oya yen media na so yenya abotar na nsam bi wo ho a yen bisem. Let's get the opinion of the EC ni yenhwe na nyane politicians ye ho yamto
musuban no
yes
ta na mote
ye wo position a ma ebeka no osonankotin e wo power so indeed ma ebeka so osonankotin
they are mo sheda na say
there are other politicians that they are consistent.
There they are more opposition, more can different, more abema, more can do. More shedana.
Sir, desperation is set in. That is how you tend to behave.
Okay, my memory.
When desperation sets in.
Okay, my man can't say me just the fire out there to go to gym. Me know what to any anything this way, Dr. Kabila. Or say, cows are trapped by their horns, men by their words.
Nah. Nana
bibi henu abeka ka ho
asema okay minyim do ataika now that is the truth. What say tekrama ompro mezu tekrama beka bia you must live with it. Which is there some politicians must be careful there on money yen say on money in any way na yebo hwede on money sabi yibo to anamona oze nkabom enna asumdwe beba before, during and after the elections. Obeboa yen papa obeboa yen papa wanamona yerutimu na se yen ka register ho asem na se yere ka oye biometric machines ho asema. They are two different things. Na so baba ne de NDC for obey desperate out of desperation baka kadam semia jizi de wade yahwe ne na asembia na Yera Haruna Reka, and I'm quoting him. Also, the Electoral Commission has 75,000 biometric devices which will be used for the purposes of conducting the presidential and parliamentary elections on December 7th. These biometric devices would have to be subjected to some technical audit to know 1, the state of the batteries, 2, the state of the adapters, and 3, the state of their readiness for elections on 7th December. Unquote. Asama okay yanyo. Battery nimpo no yan ready. The battery why ready? Very, very flimsy. I mean, sorry for my language, but I mean, very on here. These are basic things. Obia yim there biometric machine or bar ni batteries or kahon. Obia yim there. And then you use that machine. Obia yim there even in as far back as 2016. These machines were used and batteries were provided. 2020 same. These machines were used. Batteries were provided. And the world is calling for this. And oko yisi ho bisa one there batteries near ready ane and the machines near ready ane. These are things I'm using there. Yes, they are all anxious of also ensuring that nka ubotum na we win aba. Some of their strategies I will not suggest for them or to them, but I know that the EC will not disappoint. EC must also set up and ensure that bibiara worry biano gaps biara nyim ama biara nya excuse biara bamma wameka after 7th December. Nyim de nya meba ya adom na asomdwe a yehwehwe wo Ghana no na yehia wo Ghana ama yemmoframa oye hien daachi no won ho antouch ma Sunday say eku bi ba oyemmoframa na abatan mbesi yan ma menom na ya won ho chiron papa
Martin Pajo munyina muntie
minister we dey me kan bibia so kitu
Dr. Kabela Pajo ma men kan we nwi ansa na waka enwetwe mesere wa wada Roma mesere we dey kitu abi. How widespread is the relocation of voters from one constituency to another? Shouldn't we be doing the audit of the register to clean it up? When was registers handed over to political parties to help with the cleanup? Most of these parties had agents during the registration process and took down names of people who registered to vote. Hence, a better place to assist the EC in cleaning up, including expunging dead people from the register. A free and fair election must start with a free and fair hearing and addressing the concerns of all stakeholders. We need to do this towards preventing the incessant election petition hearing, which have become a blight on our elections and time wasting as well as economic drain on everyone, especially the judiciary. The focus has oftentimes been on the aftermath of the election, but the before and during process were not taken seriously. We need to check this. Larry Dogbe.
The Cardinal.
Avila.
We try to catch us on the ways.
No, men catch
my brother.
Yeah, absent-minded.
Machines are useful for 2020 no. Na e foforo. In fact, foforo to be fair to the facts no. An improvement on what was used in 2016.
I see.
And then machines are used no. One more enema etimi ye omutimi capture facial contours no. Enti enye fingerprint no nko a ba omutimi capture anim so say amanfo a ene nyame adom digital world omutimi di omanim ade ebie omu phones no ne ade machines are used nene wo sa feature no. Now at the end of the day said the minister kan no say when you say parliament I know the minister crowd ya aware there was special budget committee at both sides of the house or motiso
yeah
and is now so another technical committee bia both sides of the house e were representatives was so and this assembly sabi all no montiasia omo from rep minim ni pa represent omo zeze bribi atwam na Dominic Ayine me amina per doctor and now it is a committee no so now yeah and some be one my the banner ye ni say ya now say ye ti commission no ani onyam so.
That is what they want to achieve.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help anybody. At the end of the day, it's a democracy.
It doesn't have.
Ejuma call Muya Mukoye, oh minority leader.
In fact, the main issue grab on John order a topic for discussion.
Now they move on.
Second issue, no. Second issue, so
yeah, the trumpet ban will be canary tea.
Me pese me ko bisa honorable Dukadientia Galamsey na je ensemuno. Enti bonito man.
Me ka kitu bi wo no na majani kese na man.
Okay.
And mini yeah afa sase mi ho a cardinal and now the assembly by true text say ya ansha se anhunu se ye legal regime no ye wo sabi colonial mentality and as a colonial relics bi wo mu a ebedi enya besine o kan article 2576 no kan Minerals and Mining Act no section 1 Act 703 no say ye da so ede the ownership, absolute ownership of mineral wealth no ede akoshe omamunu nyina ansem na ede ama president say on hold you in trust na wo mo ete so no ankasa de wo mu enni chefa bia wo mu na so ye kotu efamu agudie na eho bre eho akwansidie eho amanihunu ni ade no wo mu nko na edi no hadwene. The history of it is there. Bring ni mo a ye de beka ni nyina but makase a sequence of the failed Crown Land Bill of 1896. The rise of Aborigines Right Protection Society. No, can be pa. The Tosubio NSA. I say, who say, Kwanya ye first to etu a form of good dear, ewo kwan bone so no. E dia manu galamsey no, enye papamu no. Gather them and sell. That's the origin of the word galamsey. Properly mined using environmentally friendly methods. Anya gold. Enna. You see, and I'm say honorable Duka. Any honorable Alote. Womu de nu susenti yanki kamom ne yenton. Yenfre illegal mining. Krono de yenfre ne sa. Me enkofa galamsey bia matabata ho. Galamsey nko enna illegal mining enko. The Tosubio NSA, miensa. Yen kan hunu se, kwati kwan e fa so di tu efamu agudie ne na aspread no. A legacy of years of impunity by legal miners in this country. Me more company be adin. But some of the big mining companies I see omo multinationals, any idea omo aba no. Na omo di emra no tutu na se. Regulators adaroma. Niama bebre can be as a sequence. And ye did some common a young share a one ye. The last one, Cardinal. Kweti kwan first to do a form of goodie and more so. Now, yen Ghana Ghana Mima. Your verdict on it. And yes, I am pay. That is our biggest problem. Yen illegal mining say. And I say, Kotikon first to do a form of good no. Yen who say, Edi enya. See who say, Edi enya. And Miamian, if we be no sorry, I say, Womu fear dear, Womu chrome dear, Womu mine so dear, Womu petem dear, Womu prince of my and two a form of good dear one more, our Quambonesono, Yen too hot. Yen say so hot, Yen say as I saw hot. I then a baby so dear, I say poto. Me can't say, Yen sum, any nipa. Young or man for no say a cassie ye 2 side and so Sabi and ya soldier 4 and ya posy 4 and ya minister and obey young or man for no. Ya be am a young who say the best security that a nation can have is the security that comes from the people.
Absolutely. Mesume me da se papa.
Sir, Mosumaka Kakani as in Kanamana.
Okay, Mate.
I'm in there. Sisia Galamsey issue now waban. Or a political issue. Emma, what's a your opium with you quite the Kobo Musin? Now, so no yuma. Nya opium with you quite Ninta saying there, and then I say, chain there. Galamsey, Oshasi from Rollins time. President Rollins, when do my actually want. About Kufo Nabildo, when do my actually want. About Professor Mercy na John Mahama Nabildo, when do my actually. No, about Nana Kufado. Nana Kufado, on the Nasa Morgan in there, or by risk ne presidency. Not a boy Galamsey,
no risky.
Or risky. To be factual or risky. And for that reason, Guapono, we lost almost all their seats because most areas are where Galamsey won, MPP lose because there's another opposition party honestly was clamoring for.
He took advantage of it.
And then they went round.
From it.
Nya opie wotu kwa den ko bo musun na so no yuma. Na we feel there it is time to gain an advantage again. Until let us expose the very people who are trying their best to stop Galamsey. And see whatever. But you see, in Ghanaians in Angasa, stop on kakra. There's an innovation to this Galamsey thing, business. Only small scale mining, small scale community mining. That would have solved this problem. There's a frustration on the part of unemployed youth in T. Obi baka oh mega so one year. Yeah, you be two on them, ya ba, no more than 1 year. Nina, young Casan, you be bunny, you moso. No, or that politician, you know, Ghana politician for you. See, among Ghana for Yane, on your be no Osande Abana Bois on ye in the amount for Roko would amount for Roko in there. Eti fu one venture ya kakra. Amount for Roko would you jump for you? Since you are in the journalism urban, either you belong to MPP or you belong to NDC. And the sure baby pictures and TV stations are worried. Papers are water about Galamsey. It will tell you one what she wire Damazin. Masamin,
Medase, Uncle Alote. A glorious happy birthday to my godmother, Mrs. Joyce Kesse. May God bless your new age from your granddaughter. Hey, ultimate to the Winifred Unukunu, Aslog, Ivana, Ahotel Udru. Anyway, Via, on another so my happy birthday. Why? Yamin Anabuduga. Anabuduga.
Nana.
Bro, shouldn't Honorable George Mrekuduka be given as a situational report on his community mining, which he promised was going to address Galamsey? With the current state of our water bodies, will he admit that he has failed and apologize to Ghanaians? I am waiting for his answer. Larry Dogbe. Oh, no. I don't pay or by pa. Maybe I'm for information. Good morning, Nana Okese. Don't let us forget that the NDC promised that they are going to make this country ungovernable. So, they will oppose everything the government sets out to do, be it good or bad. So, we should not be surprised at what is happening now at the EC. Why aren't the other parties complaining as well? Amy, and or do we say bye? Thank you, Amy, for your message. Anabudu Kampacho. Fame, my concession, mame na fe ento aso.
Nana.
Papa.
Baby a me pede me sha asifi no. Oye de oman no Ghana man. Sebe mpene duasa. Ye serious kakra.
Are ye serious?
Onza me bi wo ho a ye nyu ambere wo ho. Ye di za aguru di no doso. Nana yeti dem he. Se ewifu bowura ha wo bese sa wonda ma ebe institution abefre
police.
Why didn't you think of calling the media commission?
Why media commission and not the police?
Exactly. Because police and we are responsible for illegalities in Ghana. Anna, by law. Media commission one more license. It doesn't mean that so be that you call the media commission. You call the police. We must be serious as a country. My church remember ho na me set mpede me kansa bi ma Ghana fo yet asinde. Say sabi obi kaji license or DVLA. Na say or drive irresponsibly on the road. Na say sabi or the Kokrokoo bi a. Would they blame the DVLA or you call the police? I mean, what are we doing in this country? And yet in the man since 1992, the man can take kind of galamsey started. The man political, gimmicks.
Ping pong.
And na we are not solving this matter because and I'm saying you're serious.
We don't see it as a wrong. That's the first point.
Chede, you will not go to South Africa and Minister Mantashe is blamed for illegalities in mining. No, he is responsible for mining. Also complain. It is the police minister. They call it police minister instead of the interior minister. They call the police minister. On every day on air, they blame him there. You are not tackling illegal mining. It is not about the minister Mantashe who is responsible for mining. It is not. Irrespective of that. Fear. Mama, another example. Nancy Yara. Ami, minim there. China has tried it. Peru, Brazil, they all tried this method that I suggested strongly to the government to do it. There, you solve illegal mining. Until there, you involve the communities. Pra offer ho. Oye bonsa offer ho. Brim offer ho. Them communities, they must be responsible. In China, in Peru, in Brazil, what they did was to recruit these boys to form what they call river guards. And constantly, they were patrolling the river banks. See, yen baby a pra, yen baby a fin, yen baby a bonsa. When you now wash say, yen baby a one end. So let's introduce river guards as we have forest guards to permanently patrol these banks. Say, if you want to call your Juma Wunsunumu, no catching the jay. That's when Jaya. They call the security agencies. Enyima, time will do its implementation. Then the then Minister for Interior said it's their responsibility. It's not the responsibility of lands and natural resources. Water Resource Commission, what's a one duty. Ministry of Sanitation and Water, what's a one duty. So we couldn't implement it. 300 guys were trained at the Naval Command. Make us say, so how do you expect Mrekuduka to be talking of Inzuawa saying? And I mean, this very simple solution. They are claiming responsibility. Yeah, no, yeah. At a point, the then minister even said that if we have any resources, he must be given. Why must we go on this tangent and be disturbing the ears of responsible people in this country who are ready to serve with their hearts out? I mean, very, very, very disheartening sometimes. Because we've been consistent on this. Yeah, political banter. President Mahama said on air, hey, munkwaye, galamsey no, me sameba, obiya yachi no, ewo galamsey me mejano. Then you have the guts to come on air. Your followers are saying, say, we failed. A statesman, somebody, Atle Guedo, Egwa Kesido, telling Ghanaians, when you come, when they give you the authority, galamsey, obemwa badopa. And now your own followers telling us, what set agenda? Let's rehash. In Subia, let me tell you, as far back in October 3rd, 2013, check graphic online. Galamsey is killing water bodies. 2013. Who was the president then? Galamsey is killing water bodies. Check another graphic online. March 1st, 2014. Anti-Galamsey task force resumes operation soon. It never occurred. Check another graphic online. I mean, these are credible. They were saying there, the influx of Chinese Ghana was saying Sukra. This as far back 2014. Oh. And see, them agenda was set it will never work. I mean, I have all the messages. Now, I'm the best send where they met, the decisions they took. Since your TV stations are world champion discourse. Today they were calling me, Mr. Army. I will not speak. It's an agenda they've set. Into in Subi other baby,
but are you saying President Lindsay only being say?
What say? But Nana, until and I've said this time and time again, that collectively we must come together as a country, to resolve this canker. Without putting blame.
What is our verdict on it?
On
beyond,
people.
Beyond the blame game now, the main issue say, say a poo, say you be agenda. Kokrokoo no almost said the Galamsey. Insuo no almost said the Galamsey. And the young thing.
Nana, why you simple?
When we have a ministry in charge or responsible for that sector.
You see, the ministry needs in there. And question now and the ministry has given a license to a Ghanaian they don't combine war in Sumane. That would be the irresponsible part of the ministry. The ministry giving a license to be done combine with Sum. All these things are also, ministry would never sanction a regime there a being license combine with Sum. But it be combine with Sum, recalcitrant, citizens were mind wonsum. How
against the law?
Against the law. How do we treat that? Me feel there. We need to protect. If we are serious as a country to protect our river bodies, we need to have river guards. The brute force will not solve. Rawlings used. I mean, Bonsa. When Rawlings came with a helicopter, trying to tackle Galamsey. Kokrokoo, Kokrokoo, and it's the reason Takwa is predominantly against NDC, PNDC, NDC. Minim be metase at that time. I'm from a mining area. Eba Yera Kufo Nependo. He tried his best. Yera Mills Nependo. He tried his best. Even Mahama got confused. Ayamfore. President Mahama at Ayamfore, he was so desperate, and this was in 2016. Ayamfore made just very desperate. On Saturday, Ghana for say in 2016, they couldn't handle it. What I'm saying in there, you used to brute force, You involve the communities. Let the communities be part of this. Yatso, what we call the community mining. Yenye won fin sunumu. Yenye blocked out areas. Mahon. 1 year jumano. This is what we have done as a government. Responsible ministry. This is what we've done. Now we've instituted even what we call the small scale miners award scheme. The hour bayana and responsibly, you'll be rewarded. And yet they're rewarded anyhow. Yet the sanctions, even how to get a license, Krano, Sisiano, Ebetuma Astana in the comfort of your home to get a license. Say, yen support na Ghana, your commitment towards the Minamata Convention of you reducing mercury. And also, so yen mercury free machines to support the small scale mining. Now we are trying to engage the mining companies what abandoned shaft to also earmark those abandoned shafts for the small scale mining or community mining concept, all to just in a way introduce alternative livelihood for our teeming youth. This is a responsible government that is in charge and knows how to regulate the mining sector. So it's not something that we are, throwing our hands in despair. But Ghanaians must know where we point our fingers at. We must know. There, yes, Insure say, who is responsible? Who is the institution responsible for Insure say? And Insure said, I'll be blamed. When I'm professing solution, he said, no, you are not in charge. Don't profess the solution. I have to. But when is
the problem?
When is the problem? I have to bear there. I mean, this must not happen again. And the media, you must also, once I say this, you must take it up.
Okay, she say, oh now, minister, I mean, Bissau, Bible we baby, not John, Suboni, or cancer, Panoa, na aposifu aba, yes, we are in your day, so moon now be a soldier for say, Monjan man pupu money and cherubi. Toje fuaba, the Monjan man yet one change the atom of one idea. To Uban will be says, and Tianya Dane, Minister, Yanya Dane, Galam say, and Tiantra say, near shift to go post,
near Yan say, America say, man can't, the blame must be put on any individual. Me say, collectively, yenyi politics in free the fight against Galamsey. Yenyi politics in free hukra.
Yabe anything.
Ma yabe yenyi there. We've done enough stakeholder engagement. Yema communities na insu no. Sisi aye problem ni insu because the mining aspect na Ghana we've been adjudged the best in Africa. Yenya Sudan even coming to learn how we are doing our small scale. Yenya Zambia coming to learn. South Africa coming to learn. Yes.
Wow.
Even in Australia, a developed country, what Galamseyers were from prospectors. Any country where endowed with a gold and other. I'm telling you there, in South Africa, there was a case, a woman or a pregnant, a bashinechi, and he was ready to shoot the police. Or a life and death issue, or young Crawford classroom. Now, a tumakaka won't fit classroom. Some people are ready to die.
Warlords have been created out of illegal.
And see, it's not about my level. It's about something that we need to be serious about as a country. Come together collectively. Ensure that no. Now let's put an end to this. Communities are what they don't know. So pa. Now say when you know what you to me there. Yeah, maybe I can't month boat to be uncle to Sudo. Nobody will mind. Even if you are the president, you can't do it. That's true. So communities are what that
offend people's power.
Yes.
But you see, minister, somehow I'm happy with the very sincere open idea and the passion with which you are speaking. Yeah. It is also admitting that this regime could have done better than what has been done collectively. Because you see, we have worked in this industry for a very long time, and the issues are clear. Say, if we have the will, to them and what is the issue? The problem is that we are not as a people seeing that thing even as a problem. The verdict of the people against illegal mining is the first point of call. Do we see it as a wrong? And as a legacy of years of impunity by so-called legal miners over time, you understand? Say, yabe two gold where Obuase, Oko Pristia, Oko Takwa, all these mining companies. Mining towns, baby, a two from Goodyear. Project Tantan. And ya fair. Ode to Johannesburg, ode to California. Ubusa say not there in a yedi it is her. But me know ya journey, and that's why I made the point say, if the verdict of the people and they say oman for jetum say adie yi di nya. Eno de ye be rally and ya aban and I say do okuto oman to me no kra ka say ono no oba ni oman for no aba be di esi a oman for the be face so. Na da bia me de Venezuela ye mfanto ho abra soldier for ko to Hugo Chavez so much na there so no e then na or returning to power. It was the people's power. And the yen ayati ho no kroma omanma and like a semi a marehone say minister amayati ase say mo training nipa say nka community watchdog wo mun ko ya djuma yes enya maso ya necessary yes ade nti and that's why I'm talking about the entire regime. That is there no coordination?
Somebody moots an idea. You want to have a leverage with it.
I mean,
let's form a committee and see.
Because national security for Good governance is intelligence.
There is another
good governance is intelligence.
Angla Lute, there is another Galamsey area, ebi or mining in a year near free. So, but anybody a dangerous scratching the yehuno. Sir, radio stations, TV stations, area kete no bisi so. Me yesika duro. Fa we bra na me yesika duro ma. Me ya grandmaster.
Na mama yanko sika duro ne yanka. Obi bisa obi abaka sika duro asem bada mama nka masem. Me na doctor be. Na doctor me nwe ntina me jai no. Mama nka masem. Na you abere papa. Because sometimes
time na maji o.
Or there uku asem government asem think about the Ghana the country. I mean Ghana first.
Yeah.
I mean Ghana first. You see sometimes oye bufu. Community mining as American. Go out there. No, be beside the Yama report. Go out there. Thousands of people, the whole community. If you have 4,000 youth. This sound them coffee say what if you 1 year juma. What will be the negative impact of money? And they are working now. And see, you may sit down. As for NDC, na one propaganda and one rehashing meeting, a way the yanka can introduce yen chat in soon videos, and rehash near the Sabe Galamsey Amanan Wabano. It's up to them because records are there to show.
Is it up to them?
Oh yes.
They went,
because what time
they went to those sites and
encourage them.
Encourage them. Yes, na yes what the man here na one so wash echi na wasi hire echi no akofom o number e o no akofom obo awanye ntu ebinum po otum wonya confidence wo ye video ye be ye no ye be tu na do want to stop here all these kind of videos now because otum why them video no because obi esi echi akaka chende watch umpa amemeba mebelu Inti yenye dambri yenye and yesterday me ended am bibi na I am through from the NDC sector no also they need to sustain the pressure ni put a ban as we did in 2018 our affecting in 20 put a ban on mining
naturally people will be angry
calculated attempt to no I mean obi anka so obi Messi insuno or bad na say enyim nyansa na wawo wa Ghana you never think of mining a river body insunara o feed you no then you go but nana let's be real again them insuno ono no raw material for Ghana water one raw material no nso as Ghana water I mean pay your institution ye politics no what have they done about it let's protect our raw material. There's
a commission on water bodies, right?
Yeah, Water Resource Commission.
Yeah.
I mean, what measures? When you want to worry the mazin, either the binim of Ghana, a binim of baby waba. They are human beings. What measures have they taken? I want to go to that boy. You to collective, see and take a collective decision. No, Abu must resign, you must resign, or you're very highly unnecessary.
George Mekuduka must resign.
Who be there? Mekuduka must resign.
Yes,
and all these things, very unnecessary. What is important in your day? In Krona, Miss Offing or that Kroma or the Batupum, Pra or the Kroma, the Munkroni na when you solve na no more. No, we jai boat fee na wajejeno. I'm told there we be no wajeji boat fee. Boat na wada ko tunsunu mu no. What combine ne ba key leaders in the communities no wajeji boat fee. Then they will tend to blame government. If they resolve to say that no more mining in the river bodies, and even if the former President Mahama comes to tell them that do it now, I'll bail you, they will still not do it.
Yeah.
What with the importance of our river bodies are, they will not do it. And that is the solution. Solution is simple. Nobody can conjure anything golden stool from heaven to resolve this matter. It is up to us as Ghanaians to know the importance of our river bodies and protect these river bodies. Are very key and real to us, and we must do that. Nana, I am yo. There, as a man, yeze yen dachi, yeze dagwer, na yeze to pray, na yeze politics be very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. We must sit down as a country and say, yes, what's I no, now one I, and I'll protect my river body. And this river body, nobody will have that guts from Accra or from any other country to come and mine in these river bodies.
Medasiano pay. Angle, Medasio.
Yo,
Doc.
Yes, sir.
I say, Papa. Yame and come home. Yesterday was your birthday. Equia Tutua Usu Asari. Equia Tutua Usu Asari. Yesterday was your birthday. You are in the United States of America currently on a short holiday in Kumasi. Belated one to you, Equia Tutua Usu Asari. From Kofi Asare Brako Abate. And also from your younger sister Mrs. Hetty Ohima Aqua, wife of Honorable Alexander Kwesi Aqua MP Achimda and Deputy Minister of Health. Enti Yamau, belated happy birthday. Yame wow na bibia so. Eje kama. Sanso so and Deaconess Rebecca Boahima Parry or ai mensa osuso and newanya 71 years. Happy birthday DSP Faustina Usu Ewo Ministries Dofsu obviously or say Omau happy birthday Deaconess Rebecca Boahima Parry. I feel Reverend Dr. Charlotte Odru. Yeah, Dr. Charlotte Odru. Okay. Reverend Dr. Charlotte Odru, aka Councillor Charlotte, the real woman in me, and Asumjenkomo fame. Happy birthday to you, Councillor Charlotte, from the team celebrating you on the occasion of your birthday. But before I say happy birthday to Mrs. Joyce Kessie. I wish her long life, good health, and God's grace. Mrs. Victoria Ofuri Eji of the Regional Education Office, celebrating you, Mrs. Joyce Kessie. Happy birthday. Anyway, nyametiase ebe koja sante ni paboni ni bia nchen koja sante abuza ha ena ene medemu esie efrem nana ya kese obetimi afrem the cardinal nyame yad mo china but chairman general enka koja sante de na oka ni nyina sika bia anim emfa sika 1 cedi sei emma nyame nka ho medase